All right, let's dive right into this fascinating explainer. We're looking at a huge 2024 breakthrough from the Emerging Science Journal. We are going to explore a brilliant piece of computer science that takes a page literally straight out of biology to solve some of the most incredibly complex mathematical problems we face today.
So, picture this. How can nature's behaviors actually solve our most difficult computational problems? It sounds like the setup to a weird joke, right? But the reality is, the natural world has been optimizing its routines for millions of years. Today, we're going to see exactly how scientists are borrowing the foraging tactics of tiny blind insects and mixing them with the ruthless hunting strategies of top-tier predators to create some truly next-generation algorithms.
Here is our roadmap for the explainer. 1. Nature's optimization secrets. 2. Ant colony, the explorer. 3. Gray wolves, the exploiter. 4. The optimization balancing act. 5. The ultimate hybrid, ACO-GWO. And 6. Results and future challenges.
Okay, let's get into part 1, nature's optimization secrets. The absolutely crucial concept we need to grasp first is swarm intelligence. This is basically what happens when you get a bunch of really simple individuals working together probabilistically to achieve massive, coordinated results. And the kicker? There's zero external controller. No dominant mastermind pulling the strings. Think about it. An individual ant isn't exactly a genius, but with thousands of them together, communicating naturally, and suddenly they can map the absolute shortest path from a food source to their nest. If one super ant tried to boss everyone around, the whole system would just collapse. It's that decentralized teamwork that makes it pure magic.
Moving right along to part 2, Ant Colony, the Explorer. In computer science, we have something called ant colony optimization, or ACO. Think of artificial ants crawling across a massive web of connected points, looking for the optimal feature subset. Because ants don't have eyesight, they have to use this network to probabilistically build the solution step by step. They just wander through these nodes, and the algorithm constantly tracks their success.
In the wild, this is how they build intelligence on the fly. When ants find good food, they drop a chemical trail, a pheromone, on their way back home. The shortest paths naturally get traveled more often, which means they get the strongest, thickest pheromone signals. In our algorithm, these digital pheromones heavily prioritize brilliant, widespread exploration across the map. This ACO algorithm is just fantastic at exploring a massive search space, because the ants basically cast a giant net, completely avoiding the trap of getting stuck in an area that's just okay, but not perfect.
Which brings us to part 3, Gray wolves, the exploiter.
Now let's totally shift gears away from our wandering ants. The strict social pyramid of the gray wolf inspires what's called the gray wolf optimizer algorithm. Unlike those decentralized ants, wolves operate on a highly focused, extremely localized search process known as exploitation. They do not wander randomly. They operate with military precision based entirely on their pack structure.
By mimicking this exact hierarchy, the algorithm uses the top-performing alphas, betas, and deltas to tightly encircle and ruthlessly exploit the best mathematical solution, while the omegas follow their lead. In the algorithmic world, the alpha is quite literally the absolute best mathematical solution found so far. The beta and delta are second and third best. The algorithm constantly updates the positions of the entire pack to zero in on their prey, which, for us, is the optimal solution. It is highly aggressive and incredibly accurate once it knows exactly where to look.
Now for part 4, the optimization balancing act. This is where it gets tricky. Think of it like trying to pick a restaurant. Exploration is trying every new restaurant in town so you don't miss out on a hidden gem. But if you only explore, you're going to eat a lot of really mediocre meals. Exploitation, on the other hand, is just ordering your absolute favorite dish at your favorite spot every single time to guarantee a good meal. But if you only exploit, you will literally never discover that amazing new place that just opened across town. This is the exact problem in computer science. If an algorithm only explores, it wastes massive amounts of time. If it only exploits, it gets trapped in what we call a local optimum, a solution that looks great nearby, but isn't the true global best. A perfect algorithm absolutely needs both to find the best dinner. Let's see how they fix this in part 5, the ultimate hybrid, ACO-GWO. This maps out the incredibly clever 2024 breakthrough by researchers Joan Angelina Widians, Retintayo Wardoyo, and Sri Hartati. They directly combined both agents so they never get trapped in those local, suboptimal solutions.
They realized, look, if you just use ants, you explore great but converge on the answer way too slowly. If you just use wolves, you converge super fast but might lock onto the entirely wrong target, so they stack them.
The process works like a massive tag team. First, the ants are let loose. They cast a wide net using their pheromone trails to explore the vast search space, broadening the horizon and generating diverse candidate solutions. Then, once the ants highlight the most promising regions, the wolves step in. The algorithm shifts over to the gray wolf optimizer to aggressively refine and converge on the absolute best target found in that space, using that strict alpha, beta, delta hierarchy to pinpoint their mathematical prey.
Finally, Part 6. Results and Future Challenges.
So, did this actually work? The algorithm was rigorously tested against 30 insanely complex, unconstrained optimization problems from the renowned CEC 2014 benchmark tournament. We are not talking about basic math here. These are standardized, brutally complex landscapes designed specifically to trip up the best algorithms in the world.
And the ACOGWO absolutely dominated its predecessors across all of these incredibly diverse landscapes, completely proving its superior balance. Whether it was unimodal functions testing pure exploitation, multimodal functions actively trying to trap algorithms in local dead ends, or brutally complex hybrid and composite functions, this hybrid algorithm consistently secured the minimum error values. It was put up against standalone ants, standalone wolves, and even a random walk variant, and the hybrid came out on top every single time.
When you actually look at the convergence data, you can clearly see the error rates of the hybrid dropping the fastest. In optimization, dropping fast is exactly what you want. It means the algorithm is rapidly and accurately honing in on the optimal solution. It gets to the bottom far better and way faster than the ants or wolves could ever dream of doing on their own. The synergy of the ants providing the initial broad search and the wolves snapping in for the kill works flawlessly.
But you know, every major breakthrough comes with a new hurdle. While this balance is a massive victory for swarm intelligence, combining two entire populations, simulating a full colony of ants and a whole pack of wolves, creates huge computational demands. It is a heavy lift for a processor. Which leaves us with a fascinating final thought. Now that we've proven we can build the ultimate algorithm by literally copying nature's best teamwork, how will future computer scientists streamline this beast so it can run efficiently on everyday machines? It's a thrilling frontier, and frankly, I cannot wait to see how they solve it.